when you go down to Studio Crossovers and search for edits, and which is going to be searching for like anything as well. Without the letter S, that wouldn't be for leading us this thing as well. It was just the same comic creator that I just already found out since a year ago, and some videos might get a hate, or even that it's not gonna be even was. So if we're gonna be pressing the letter S, which appears for the Scruffius Vib Ribbon, Swords, Arts, and the Deaths, whenever it does this for Crystal of the Kitchen, the Arts of the Deaths from Draco Shower 94, and for some kind of a little bit more deaths like anything as well, which is a little bit more, and there must be a limited amount of comic creators. So I suggest we're going to get right here to Neirra's edits. I cannot believe that isn't going to be for one here. I cannot able to be using for this thing as well. So this is not a little bit of a review. One thing I just going to be try is I'm going to find out what I just try to find something. But I'm not really advised that I just going to be thinking about here. So there must be a little bit amount of OCs or more, or just going to be for something like this. Well, I just forgot to turn my mouse cruiser on, as I probably searched like anything as well, so even though that must be a little bit glitched, like anything as well. So, all to for herself, or himself, if you want to use these, make sure to use to credit herself, credit me first, and more editing's coming soon. And it was probably discontinued, so outfits from Amori, Crow Scare, and Netty Streamer Overload. And the front of the comes from the Amari. Oh my gosh, this is totally for one thing as well, maintained by Neirra. So, his or her account was probably discontinued. I never probably seen this for just a little bit for one thing. Overall, that I just already found out, isn't going to be one thing as well. Related to comics around here, I'm not sure. Related to some Cookie Run characters from the Kingdom and Oven Break, I definitely found out what it's actually going to do. But starting with Earl Grey, could be from some sort of, for some kind of like this. Like, for Underhill like this. For probably like the Ultra Kill reference. I didn't mention that I just going to find for the Ultra Kill reference that I just probably know it. So this could be the Hersey outfit. This will be the Hersey outfit of he was. Another one is the Crowberry cookie that she looks a little bit armored or not, even though that she was being masked like anything as well. And of course that she was a little bit suspected as well, that I just not gonna be came from. Another one, it could be from a little bit from the Kingdom as well, that completely released. It must be for some kind of like this for a little kid. That's Parfait Cookie. And nothing is absolutely for some kind of a hero, just going to be for picking up the eye. And yes, there she goes for one thing. That looked like an anime character, not just for me like it was. So this contains, for a little bit of anime reference, another one that he looked like a doctor or a nurse, but probably this could be the Ice Juggler cookie. There's Cream Puff Cookie, and this must be a little witch as well for some kind of like this. There are more characters like them as well, probably such as probably one thing. That must be as one thing, of course. There's Cream Puff Cookie, there's Cherry Blossom, Herb Cookie, Ginger Brave, look like a superhero, even though that must be Cherry Blossom, the pretending cat, Herb Angel Cookie, the werewolf mummy cookie, and the pumpkin pancake cookie. The pumpkin pancake cookie like this. And pancake cookie have turned into some kind of... That must be the Halloween costumes like anything as well. Another one related for her as well, as White Lily cookie style could be as well as of Starfruit cookie. Another one, he pretended to be like a camper or something. I'm not very sure. This boy could be for round as well, and it was related to tiramisu cookie. Even know that his name could be it was. But this outfit could be for a little bit for one strategy, but we really know what I just probably found out when I was remembering for some kind of a little bit for one movie back in the day. So the black raisin cookie has absolutely turned into some kind of a amount of sparkles almost all over her place, or when I'm not gonna be sure that wasn't going to be for such thing. The white ghost cookie probably almost looked like an anime reference and turned into some kind of a hideous monster for some kind of Forsaken reference was not going to be a little bit real. And she turns into something even scary that I'm not sure that who commit. I'm very not sure. This thing was even dangerous as well. And for some kind of like this, would be for the millennial tree cookie. That would be for another thing as well. The millennial tree could be related for some kind of like this, for the fairies or whatever it was, for some kind of this guy over here. This will be actually for some kind of like this, for overall. And finally, onion cookie as well, that I just pretty seeing this as well. Now, I'm not very sure that isn't gonna be related for some kind of like this. The OCs could be even one or less. So, but for some kind of like this, there will be a little bit more crossovers like themselves. Even that strawberry cookie could be even not look like this. Anytime that we sing this face over here, and the hair could be even possibly like not even one as well. So that lilac cookie, even though that it definitely that the clothes could be from Rose Cookie, I never knew this is actually Rose Cookie's outfit, but I never believed that I just seen this whatsoever. There is all nothing here that I just totally seeing this like anything as well. As we seen this from the user comics that I just totally found out, that wouldn't be necessary that I just go to be seeing this. So I just blurred this out, and I'm not gonna be seeing this like anything it was. So we definitely seeing this, or whatever, we just probably going to be doing this. So the character search is temporarily disabled, and that is absolutely going to come down to this whole entire website. I'm probably saying this for some kind of characters whatsoever, but these characters like themselves wouldn't believe or these ones wouldn't be so necessary as well. I probably gotta be started with the oldest for this one, and I probably definitely I'm started to get a little bit confused. So there will be limited amount of comics or comic post of he was or she wasn't, isn't it, for something as well. So the first thing is absolutely for the first thing that who's somebody who had deaded for this. Another one could be for around here for the the Mont Blanc cookie. I'm not sure. This won't be necessary as well. So Sprite by Neirra, and could be more characters almost everywhere it goes that she look like that he or she look like an us. And he even like anything for some kind of this submitted this for some kind of this or something as well. I already seen this like lilac rose reference, even that it turns up. So I already seen for these two parfait cookies I did it like this. Not even anything. They were not absolutely coming into the future, such as like this or anything like probably it goes that I just already said. this hopefully that completely turns into some kind of like this. That said to Samuel, Lilac and Scorpion probably could be a mix of this one. Probably could be for around mixes with Almond and Rogue Fort, including Red Velvet and Werewolf could be turned like even this one as well. This has got to be for a little bit amount of crossover. I've probably never seen this like one thing before. Including here, it absolutely looked like turns into current cream and cotton candy. Look, probably it's not gonna be a fan child, isn't it? Turned to gingerbread and gumball, and it was to look like the cursed combination about him, and even him as well for some kind of like this. Overall, for some kind of the Cookie Run fusions could be turned into some kind of multiple crossovers, and then it goes to this. Even though I already reviewed for some kind of their user post comics whenever it does, like anything before, and that would be that necessary as well for some kind of like this. But overall, and for the meantime, turns out I added something probably interested like anything as well. So there were the three Hearst cookies, the three cookies who have lived in the hearse like anything as well. The three Hershey cookies live in itself for some kind of, and the location around for the approaching hell. Of course, this is not going to be real, isn't it? For some kind of forest like themselves in a residential area, that I just getting it from the other studio crossovers for such as like anything as well. Even though that must be for the old animation from the 1950s, and that must be the inside residential house from Phineas and Ferb. But overall, I added a little bit cookies as well, especially drones lurking in the forest, including the cancerous rodent. I absolutely going to be shrinking a little bit smaller as well. There must be two cookies anyways, but that could be for some kind of a little bit for a residential kid from Creme Republic, and that eyes could be for some sort of the mystical opal cookie or the aquamatea cookie, even though that one isn't going to be for like this. Anyways, that must be for some kind of cookies like for kind of like this. The poison mushroom is going to be playing hide and seek with them for, except him, because that we probably think that the poison mushroom cookie might going to trick them for the poisonous mushrooms or shroomies whatsoever. We probably think that Blue Lily Cookie might get to save them as well, including the Fairy Cookie. In the three cookies in Hershey, there were the Red Velvet Cookie, another one is Madeline Cookie, and Earl Grey Cookie, even though it really had much. And Phineas and Ferb's residence, there must be four cookies, and even other kinds of itself for one thing. And especially that Stewie Griffin might be a babysitter of this residence. I'm not very sure. This is not going to be Imagine This. Imagine this that Stewie and Brian Griffin have went into the house of Phineas and Ferb like this, even though that wouldn't be so necessary as well. This is not even possible as well. Nothing imagined that even other kinds of cookies like the pancake cookie was absolutely seeing the dog as well. I really think he's looking for Brian Griffin, even though that she wouldn't actually that she asked for some kind of like this. She asked for pancake cookie that you wouldn't able to look for some kind of like to pet him. So he was probably one thing, of course, that parfait cookie said. That must be strawberry crepe cookie, and she was probably taking care of Stewie Griffin, but Rockstar Cookie still keeping on cleaning up the whole house. Probably, I'm not very sure, that wasn't going to be for itself. So probably that's why I just probably using for some kind of using the studio crossovers whatsoever, that they just continue like anything whatsoever like itself. I probably that we're just going to be reading for one more story, that I just probably seeing this. But the next video, I have seen more Cookie Run characters like the OCs, that I seeing this, the CS users obsession as well. And don't worry, the link is going to be in the description down below, and that would be necessary as well, that I just probably, thankfully, we wanted to think for it. So, thanks for watching, for your support, and I'm going to be signing off. I'll talk to you mini lads and comic studio users all later into the next video.